This week we're going to be learning about division. So there are three different ways that I'm going to teach you. Way number one is called grouping. Second way is called chunking. And the third way is called the bus stop method, because it looks like a bus stop. It's really important that you understand all three of these and you don't skip any. So let's start with division by grouping. Here is some groups of objects. If you're thinking that these groups look just like arrays, you're right, they are. Multiplication and division link together really well. These groups are showing 15 divided by 3. You can see there are 15 objects in 3 different groups. But how? So the first number shows you the amount of objects that you have. The second number shows you how many groups you need to make. I can use the second number to know how many groups to draw. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. I just then need to share my objects between my groups, putting 1 in each group until I've run out. To find out the answer, you just count the total amount in each group, which is 5. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Let's look at division using chunking. You need your subtraction skills and your multiplication skills to help you. It's really important that you set this out carefully. So you draw your box with 3 on the outside and 15 on the inside. We're finding out how many groups of 3 we can count in 15. So we need to use multiples of 3. In chunking you subtract the multiples. I know that 3 is a multiple of 3 because it's 1 times 3. So I'm going to subtract 3. Do it just like column subtraction. In brackets next to the multiple you've used, write what the multiple is. So 1 times 3. We know that 15 take away 3 is 12. We then keep subtracting multiples of 3 until there's nothing left. You can use bigger multiples than 1 if you want, but if you're not sure, just keep using 1 times over and over again until you get nothing. So 12 minus 9 leaves us with 3 again. And then we use 1 times 3 to take us to 0. We've done our subtraction, we still have not finished our division sum. We have to count the multiples that we've used and add them up. So 1, 3 and 1. Which makes 5. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now for the bus stop method. It's important that you understand chunking and grouping before you try the bus stop method. We're going to use 15 divided by 3 again. And actually you set it out in the same way as you do the chunking, but without the subtraction. So 3 on the outside, 15 on the inside. We divide the first number, which is going to be 1. We have to think about how many sets of 3 we can count in 1. And you can't count any sets of 3. So we pass the 1 over to the 5 to make it 15. How many sets of 3 can we count in 15? We all know it's 5. And there's your answer. Let's try it with a different sum. 486 divided by 2. You set it out in the same way. This time though, we're thinking about how many groups of 2 we can count, not groups of 3. How many groups of 2 can we count in 4? 2. How many groups of 2 can we count in 8? 4. How many groups of 2 can we count in 6? 3. So our answer is 243. When you're doing division, please make sure you remember the steps to each of these methods. And make sure you understand grouping first, then you understand chunking, and then you understand the bus stop method. If you're not sure about one of them, just keep practicing. See you at school.